All right, family and friends, we're going to have some fun. Can I please invite you to stand up? If you can, grab your napkins, wave them in the air as you welcome the newlyweds. Please, guys, give it up for Honey and Ash.
Mind and senses purified, free from desire. Mind and senses purified, free from desire. Na 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 na.
How good was that, guys? Can you please make some noise for the newlyweds? How bloody good. Feel free to take a seat, guys. You're going to get in the cake cutting, but I'd like to give a very special mention to Darshand. Ash's brother has made this cake. It looks absolutely professional, so get around the man. Otherwise, guys, please make a round of applause for the newlyweds as they cut the cake for the first time as husband and wife.
You're never going out of style. Ooh, pretty baby, this world might have gone crazy. The way you save me, who could blame me when I just wanna make you smile? I wanna throw you like Michael, I wanna kiss you like Prince. Let's get it on like Marvin Gaye, like Hathaway. Write a song for you like this.
That's it, guys. Once again, can you please make some noise for the newlyweds? All right, we're going to have some fun tonight. I can feel it in this room. But before we kick into entrees, guys, the newlyweds have some words to say.
Hi, everyone. I'm not usually one to give speeches, but I look around here and you guys are all just our close family and friends. I just feel so comfortable with you guys. It doesn't feel like a speech. So welcome to our party. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. Hope you enjoyed the ceremony. Smash some gelato, canapes. Some of you I saw had 2 serves of gelato. Bingo winners. Who are the bingo winners? Put your hands up. We're so excited. Put your hand up. Put your hand. Zuriel. Who else?
Two more.
Who else won? Uncle George,
Dave.
We're so excited. We were so excited for the bingo, and we really hope you enjoy the prizes. Okay, so compliment Honey's dress. Did you put this in here? So I've been waiting for so long to see you in the beautiful white dress. And you've been talking about it for so long, and it's been so hard for me because I haven't been able to see it. And to see you in the dress, so happy, made me so happy. And now you've even got a second dress on. So I think we deserve a second round of applause. Okay. And you as well. So the first people I want to thank and talk about are my parents, Mama, Papa. Maybe stand up on the chair so people can sit. You can stand up on the chair, on the table if you want. There's no way for us, you can sit down. There's no way for us to say everything we want to say or that we'd like to say in this short period of time. From the start, you've been so supportive of us. Our house has been Honey's house. You've made her feel like home. You've made her feel like a daughter to you. We're quite often quite busy with work or things that we're doing, and we don't get to spend as much time as we want with you. But you're always there to invite us out for dinner, organize dinners for us, pack too much food and force us to take it home all the time. But we don't say it enough, but we really appreciate everything that you do for us. And this wedding is not just about me and you, honey, it's also you to my parents. So you're not just stuck with me, you're stuck with them now too.
I just want to thank Mum and Dad who's watching from overseas, that I wouldn't be where I am without the sacrifices that they've made today. So I'm eternally grateful. So I love you, Mama and Papa. Now about this wedding. They say it takes a village to pull off a wedding, and in our case, it also took a flower market, a few power tools, and a lot of caffeine. We DIY'd pretty much everything you see here today. And by DIY, I mean roping in every friend and family member we could find. Our bridesmaids and groomsmen and their significant others have been here since yesterday setting up. You're absolute legends. And Jess, you deserve a medal. Where are you? There. For taking us to the flower market at 5:30 a.m. in the morning. It's either true friendship or mild insanity, but we love you anyway. And now, most of you know I love baking, and many of you have tasted it. I love it because it's always done with love and it's meant to be shared. And that passion actually started off with Ash's brother Darshan. Where are you? There you go. He's the real OG cake maker of the family. So Darshan, we're so grateful for the love and effort that you've put into this cake. It's almost too beautiful to eat, almost. And finally, my husband. Not only did he marry me today, bonus points for that, but he also built all the woodwork items that you see, the sign frames, the table stands, and even crafting the wishing well himself. So I think, honestly, I've married a one-man Bunnings.
So everyone else, we've wanted this, when we planned this, we wanted this to be a small, intimate affair. You guys are our closest friends and family. You're all here because individually you've had such a huge impact on our lives, each of us or together as a couple. And as we've been planning this wedding, all the decisions we've made, all the things that we've been trying to organize, the thing that gets us so excited is to be able to share all this stuff with all our friends. Yes, we got married today, we did all the ceremony formalities, we'll get great photos and everything, but really, what we just really want is a great party with all our friends today and family. Some of us, we go way back, some of us we've only known a few months, but the reason you're all here today is because we know you're all the people that we're going to carry with us to our future as well.
And so it's time to enjoy the party. We've made sure our favorite cocktails are on tap in kegs. So seriously, leave your worries at the door. And the only thing we ask from you is eat lots, drink lots, and dance lots. So with that, cheers everybody.
All right, you heard the brief, guys. Tonight it's eat, drink, party. Those three things, they're key. Otherwise, that's it for now. We're going to start with eating with entrees to be served. Thank you. Okay, family and friends, we are ready to get speeches underway. So can I please ask you to put your hands together as we welcome, to kick things off, Cash and Andy.
All right, we lead with the best.
Hi everyone. For those who haven't met yet, I'm Cash, the eldest sibling. This is actually my first time making a speech, so please bear with me. The only reason I'm up here is because Honey can be quite stubborn, and she wouldn't take no for an answer. Where's Honey? I first met Honey in 2017, and over the years she's become an important person in my life. Not only is she a great friend, a sister-in-law, but most importantly, she has become a very smart financial move for our family. Yeah, that was good.
You got to laugh. There you go.
Honey, thank you for the endless supply of skincare, unlimited derm consults, and of course, my future Botox services. I would like to share something my mum said recently. My mum's sitting over the back. Honey had been trying to convince her to do a speech, but we couldn't quite bully her into it. We were out for dinner recently, and Honey asked Mum, "Auntie, if you could do a speech, what would you say?" And I thought my mum's response was quite touching. About 12 months ago, my mum went through surgery. To calm her nerves in the operating room, the doctors asked her a few questions. One of the questions were, "How many children do you have?" And she said 5. After the surgery, the doctors pointed out that on her paperwork, she had only listed 3. She replied, "That's true. Andrew and Honey are my children too." So while today is officially your wedding day, Honey, you've been part of our family for a long time now. Now, Ash. Just a heads up, my speech to Ash mainly contains inside jokes between him and I. As little kids, Ash always looked up to me because I was the older one. I, of course, took advantage of this. Oh. Now they can hear me. For example, I made him believe milk tea came from mudslides and dead people were stored in ceiling fans. He was very easily tricked, and I got him to do all my dirty work growing up. Ash and I were very close when we were kids. We always played house or shop during our free time. We were also quite sure we invented the 2 squared game, and somehow that game made its way to Australia, even before we did. Turns out Ash is far more smarter than I am. You need to laugh at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He is a doctor now. He was successful in high school, all the way through medical school. I've always admired his achievements. Now I'm the one that looks up to him. Ashwant, there is one last thing that I want to say to you. It was Stephen's Corner.
It's an in-joke that no one gets. Good work. As if I haven't done enough speaking today already. Also, we'll preface this. I didn't have 8 cocktails before the ceremony, so we'll see how this goes. Those who don't know me, my name is Andrew, and I have the distinct honour of being Ash's best man tonight. But what some of you won't know is there was actually some complications when it came to Ash selecting his best man. You see, first he asked his most successful friend, and he said no. And then he asked his most attractive friend, and he said no. And then, he came to his funniest friend. And I said, Ash, I can't say no to you 3 times. I hope you're all having a good night, and I invite you all to top up your glasses because shortly enough we will share a toast for the new bride and groom. As you know, earlier today I had the honour of officiating the wedding of 2 of my closest friends, and I now stand before you with the honour of speaking on behalf of the groomsmen. I've got here that I want to start with acknowledging the hard work of the bridesmaids, but I think I need to acknowledge the hard work of everyone in the last 36 hours. Bridesmaids, groomsmen, my mum and dad, It was a real team effort to get today to where it was. Picking up where I did left off though, bridesmaids, you all look fantastic. All right, firstly, I'm going to address Honey. Honey, I think you are probably the smartest person I've ever met. At least until Ash's Bucks when I started speaking to Gerard and Henry. Anyway, as intelligent as you are, it's good that you're no stranger to the odd slip-up. Albeit not that many. I've been racking my brain with a sort of silly story, but I can't think of anything too silly you've done. So I'm going to tell the story of how you got your license in Burma, the way I understand it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I know it to be. Honey did her driving license test in Burma in her dad's car, which was a rather large Range Rover. Somewhat bigger than probably the standard car in Burma. And whilst I've never been there, I'm led to believe that the roads are quite narrow. Anyway, the test was going on, it was all going well, and then it was time to do a reverse parallel park. Unfortunately for Honey, the car that she was in was simply too big, so she wasn't able to do it. So when she was telling me this story, I sort of said, so what, you failed? And she said, oh, no, Dad was friends with the Minister for Transport. They just gave me a licence. But you'll be pleased to know, since she's been in Australia, I have taken her on some drives and she is sufficient. Alas, Honey, you have been a phenomenal person to get to know over the years. You're incredibly kind-natured, particularly towards my kids. You provide a wealth of medical knowledge and advice. You plan the best holidays. You know the greatest places to get food and coffee, albeit you were solely responsible for the closing down of one particular cafe in Upper Fentragully. And if for any reason medicine doesn't play out for you, I'm sure you would have a stellar career as a wedding coordinator. Next, Ash. We've come a long way from playing singles on Court 9 at Kilsyth the week you first arrived in Australia in 2006. In those 19 years, you went from being a guy I knew from a couple of years junior to me in badminton, to my housemate, my brother-in-law, uncle to my children, and someone I can proudly call one of my closest friends. I once gave a speech at Joel's wedding talking about how difficult it was being best mates with someone that's good at everything. Well, try being brother-in-law to Ash. He's a doctor, an international level badminton player, an advanced tinkerer of both wood and leather, and a very reasonable golfer, though you've spent thousands on lessons, so that no longer counts. Now, Ash hasn't always been the responsible, innocent young man that you see sitting before you today. You see, as we went through our badminton careers together, along with quite a few men and women in this room, we would often play pranks on each other. Normally pretty harmless things. Actually, I remember playing a lot on Uthi specifically. We would put his toothbrush or his socks in a glass of water and freeze it overnight. You'd take someone's shoes, put it in someone else's bags, things like that. It was fairly harmless stuff. But Ash had more of a preference for just making a mess. One of his favourite things to do was he'd get the little, international roast coffee sachets that you get at crappy motels, and he'd climb up, open them, and sprinkle them on top of ceiling fans. So when you came home, you're tired and sweaty, and you'd turn your fan on, and it would spit coffee all over the room. And on the last day, it was pretty standard for me to do the vacuuming. I don't know why, someone had to do it. It wasn't going to be Ash. And his favourite thing to do was just crunch up packets of chips and throw them on the carpet. Now, as frustrating as it was to clean up Ash's messes, I cannot imagine how this one poor Balinese bloke felt. A couple of years ago, Ash went over to Bali and He hired a motorbike or a scooter. He'd never ridden before, but filled with confidence, he gave it his best, except for he lost control, smashed into some bloke's house, completely tore it down to actual rubble. So what does he do? He leaves the equivalent of 10 Aussie dollars and rides off. So I'm glad I never had to clean up that mess. Now to the couple as a whole. I think you guys work because you level each other out. The yin to one's yang, if you will. So Honey is incredibly punctual, diligent and organised. Ash has previously missed several flights because he didn't bother checking his boarding time. Honey was a determined student who strived to be the best at uni. Ash regularly missed weeks at a time or couldn't bother waking up because he stayed up late watching football. Honey focused on her fitness and training, regularly wakes up before sunrise to get to a BFT class. When Ash went to high school, he lived immediately next door, used the morning bell as his wake-up alarm, and not once made it on time to class. Jokes aside, for the last 8 years, you guys have been fantastic together. You've travelled, studied, run, cooked, hiked, and even learnt to swim together. You are both loving, caring, generous, and just overall good people to be around. I have no doubt that you'll have a happy life together, and good grief, you will make some good-looking babies one day. On the topic of children, from the day mine were born, you have been the absolute best auntie and uncle that Layla and Sasha could have asked for. Ronald and Muriel, Maddie has a lot to look forward to with these guys in her life. Ash and Honey, please enjoy your night and take a moment throughout the evening to just look around and see what you've managed to pull together. You've got a room full of people that love you, would do anything for you, and are here to celebrate you as a couple. From the bottom of my heart, I need more drinks. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you all the very best, and thank you again for allowing me the opportunity of addressing the room and for everything that happened earlier today. I love you both very much. Everyone, please raise your glasses to Ash and Honey. Cheers.
Well done, Cash and Annie. Thank you so much. And you please put your hands together. All right, next up, I'd like to invite the trifecta for their speech. Can I please invite Cam, Charlotte, and Ivy?
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know us, we're Cam, Shara, Ivy, and Michelle, and we've had the absolute honor of standing beside Honey today. We promised that we'd keep this short and sweet, but we couldn't let the night go by without saying a couple of words about our very dear friend.
So our little group first came together in the early hours at the gym. We bonded over 5:30 a.m. workout classes, complaining about burpees, cheering each other on to lift heavy, or avoid doing the exercise entirely. I don't think any of us would have imagined that such a chance encounter would lead to such a beautiful friendship. And to us standing here today, honoured to be her bridesmaids. Honey and I really bonded when I became a late ring-in to support her in completing her first High Rocks, which is like a CrossFit-style games. Originally, Cam and Honey were the pair, and I watched them train with equal parts admiration and relief that it wasn't me having to get up that early and run 8 kilometres. Little did I know, just 3 weeks out, due to injury, I became the substitute. So Honey and I ordered our matching workout tops and got to it. To be partnered with Honey was incredible. I'm not sure she'd say the same about working out with me, but that's fine. She's an absolute gun, striving for perfection, not only for herself, but for everyone around her. She's calm, cool, and collected, thrives under pressure, and is meticulously organised. We've got the coloured-coded spreadsheets to prove it. That's just a part of what makes Honey Honey. She's such a special part of our lives, and we couldn't be prouder to stand by her side today. Oh, sorry.
As Shar said, when people really ask why we kept going back to those 5:30 a.m. BFT classes despite the darkness in the Melbourne winters, we all know them, there's one simple answer, and it's really because Honey bakes. I met Honey through the gym, and as Shar said, she's an absolute beast. I don't know how many's really worked out with her, but she pushes herself, she lifts heavy, she pushes everyone around her, and she still maintains the perfect blowout while doing it. And I just don't know how. But what really sealed our friendship wasn't just the workouts, it was the food. Honey and I, we bonded over baking. And what started as really swapping recipes and chit-chatting about, what's the best recipe for this, what's the best place to go for that, turned into a bit of a very unofficial but very real bake-off. There are no judges, there are no prizes, and there's no mercy. While I try my best, Honey's got that type A doctor precision that means that her cakes are always perfect, her scrolls always delicious. Her tiramisu is out of this world, and her desserts are dangerously addictive. These days, Honey's baking is a staple in our lives. One of the really beautiful things about living 10 minutes down the road from Honey is that she does house runs of all the baked goods that she's made. My partner, Harry, he's come to expect that every 3 weeks, Honey, she'll ring our doorbell with something delicious that will arrive, whether it's cakes or cookies or entire meals that she's also been known to bring. It always ruins whatever diet we're on, and it resets our willpower. But it's so delicious, we can't help ourselves. The thing is, though, it's not just about the food, it's about the love that's behind it. Honey, she really shows her care through cooking, and we feel it through every bite. In our little North Melbourne commune, we host dinner parties, we plan our weeks around cheese and wine festivals, and every Thursday we test out the best deals at the local pubs in our area. It's our ritual, our joy, and Honey's always at the heart of it. Her food brings us together, it fills our stomachs, and it reminds us of just how lucky we are to have her in our lives.
Okay. It's funny that comment that was made about Honey's driving before, because Ash, I thought I would use my moment in the spotlight to offer you some advice. And that's simply to fucking strap in and hang on, because if you've been in the car with Honey before, you'll know that she drives both fast and furiously, which is also exactly how she lives her life. I am so sure, down to the last little pinky toenail that I've got, that you could not have found a more driven, intelligent, and kind partner in a woman. But I also just want to make sure that you've got comprehensive insurance, dual airbags, seat belts, all of it. And a winning attitude, because you've got a winner next to you. But also because she drives really fast. She considers a yellow traffic light as a means to go and not to slow down, which is indeed also how she'll encourage you to live the rest of your lives together.
So be ready for curb oopsies and fast rides, as well as a passenger seat driver who will most definitely go to bat for you in this life and the next. She will make you go to the gym at 5 a.m. and then bake and cook for you. You won't get to choose what to have on the menu, And the reason we all have free-flowing canapes and drinks tonight is because she sacrificed our floral budget for food and made us make all these flower arrangements yesterday, and we only found out yesterday. And Ash, you probably don't know where you're going for your honeymoon, but she's already arranged it for you. He doesn't know. But we trust her along the way, and that's why we love you. So it's been a privilege to be here. To Ash and Honey.
Great, thank you so much. All right, guys. Yes, get it. Cam, Charlotte, Ivy, and Michelle. Apologies, Michelle, I can't read clearly. All right, guys, that's it for now. Mains will be served shortly, so please kick back and relax. Thank you. We are going to get into the last speech of the night, guys. So can I please ask you to put your hands together as you welcome Ash's dad, Gobi.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Friends, family, extended family as well. Just let me introduce myself. I know the DJ introduced me as the father of Ashwant, and from today, the father-in-law of Honey. Yeah, officially. It's been a long day today, and I'll try to keep my speech short because this is the last speech, apparently, and after this, the dance floor is open, so bear with me for a few minutes, keep it short. Now, before anything else, on behalf of Ashwant and Honey as parents, the others were all giving speeches as friends and bridesmaid, bridegroom, but on behalf of parents, just want to thank all of you for turning up and celebrating Ashwant's and Honey's wedding on behalf of the family. And also understand that quite a few of you who came yesterday, and some of you came even today morning to help out. Thanks again, guys. All this made this day happen. And special thanks to Andrew for being the celebrant. Nothing better than having your son getting married and the celebrant is his brother-in-law and our son-in-law. I don't think we'll find this anywhere else. We can't beat that. All right. And it was also very special to see Andrew in a different role today. Very different from his usual role. That was a scary role, today was friendly role. All right. Thanks, Andrew. And now, what do we say about the couple? Let me start with Ashwant first. As we all heard so many things about him, from my perspective, from my family's perspective, he was always a quiet achiever. Always full of surprises. There he's smiling, there you go. Always full of surprises, always thinking out of the box, and always coming up with something different from everybody else. We all want to do this, we want to go somewhere, and he will pop up with something else. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why is not that? Right? That's him. And all for the better, all for the better. And of course, his biggest surprise was Honey. I still remember the first time, unlike others, I was always the last to know that things happen in my house. Right? This is one of it. I think this was Kesh's engagement day with Andrew. They were having a party in Andrew's house. And we all gathered in my house, our family friends and some of Kesh's friends. We gathered in our house so that we can go together at 4 o'clock. and friends started coming in. Then this girl I haven't seen before. Yeah, I think she was meeting me for the first time that time as well. She was coming into the house just like everybody else. But guess what? She went upstairs. I mean, even I don't get to go upstairs these days easily. Then I asked around, who is this girl? Then they all said, didn't you know? Okay, innocent as I am, I said, okay, I didn't know this. And then slowly, I managed to get some info. Oh, that's she. Okay. Then some of my other friends who were there, our friend came and asked me, who's that? And my turn to say, didn't you guys know? All right. So that was our first meeting. All right. And Honey, talking about her, I'm disappointed. All of you talked about how perfectionist she is, how disciplined she is, how organized, but nobody talked about her cooking skills. How sad is that? I can tell you, her cooking, I'll talk about her cooking skills, because normally Indians, when they check out a daughter-in-law, they will find out about their cooking skills. That's an Indian thing, and you passed it. So, she brought us an Oriental flavor into the kitchen, Oriental dishes, and her cooking is perfectionist. Every garlic got to be cut, sliced, every ginger. We're not talking about meat, we're talking about. So she's perfectionist there as well, all right? So that's the other side of Honey. And as parents, I think we cannot ask for anything more than having a daughter like Honey in our place. Yeah. I know they knew each other for 6 or 7 years. Believe me, we have been waiting and waiting and waiting for them to come up and say they're getting married, but finally the day is here, right? I don't know what took them so long, but I guess it's because they're probably busy with their work and I think we did tell, we couldn't push them a lot, we just at the back slowly nudging them, but I think we told Honey this, the right time will never come. There's no right time for this. Get married, make the decision, and everything will go around it. Correct? Yeah? All right. Now, that's about all I had to say. All I want to wish Ashwant and Honey is all the best. These days things are different. I got 30 years experience of marriage anyway, but can't share all that with you. But these days things are different. The environment is different. We cannot ask you to do what we have been doing. Be yourselves and lead your own lives, but we are always there for you. Always there, extended family, and there's no such thing as you or me, like what Andrew said, or Cash in earlier speech. We have 5 kids now. And welcome to the family. And that's it, guys. Most of you have said anything, and enjoy.
Thank you so much, Govi. All right, guys, this is it for Realsies now. Here we go. On 3, guys. Once again, give these big guys a big round of applause. 1, 2, 3.
Tonight, I wanna give it all to you. In the darkness, there's so much I wanna do. And tonight, I wanna lay it at your feet. 'Cause girl, I was made for you. And girl, you were made for me. I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me? I was made for loving you, baby. You were made for loving me. And I can give it all to you, baby. Can you give it all to me? I wanna see it in your eyes. Feel the tension.
All right, friends, how good was that? Let's party. Let's have some fun. Let's go.